Hey guys, Marsing here bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today I am finally doing a run that I've been looking forward to doing for a very long time. I don't think it was necessarily impossible before, but certainly very, very difficult, and that is finally the Super Saiyan 3 team is going to take on the GT Legendary Goku event. So we are using double in Super Saiyan 2 Gokus that transforms into Super Saiyan 3. It's a little bit of a cheat because I've talked about it before when I use like the Super Saiyan 2 team. I don't like to use units that are not actually Super Saiyan 2 even though they're in the category. But of course, Super Saiyan 3 Bardock desperately needs an easy A. In this event, like, he's probably the reason you will die if you try the Super Saiyan 3 team, especially because you've got two of him. So when he gets his easy A, I'm super excited to see how good he's going to be. But for this rate, we are just going to be using the Int Goku. I mean, he's going to be Super Saiyan 3 before too long, hopefully. But yeah, the rest of the team is a full Heroes Super Saiyan 3 team. So we have all three of the easy A units, the Trunks, the Gohan, and the Gotenks. And then we have the new Awakenings for the Xeno Gotenks and the Gohanks as well. So we have a very solid setup here. Bunch of very, very good units. Now, obviously, with the Goku's leader skill, the guest one is Rainbow full level 10 links as well, but his Super Saiyan 3 lead is only 3 key and 150 across the board. So obviously during this run, we're not going to see as high attack stats as we potentially would on a double Bardock leads team, but Goku is just unarguably way better of a unit than Super Saiyan 3 Bardock. So really would have been cool for him to get his easy A during this celebration, just because the Super Saiyan 3 team has picked up so many buffs. I mean, literally, we're making the whole team here out of the 5 Heroes Super Saiyan 3s, and that's not even taking into account the fact that we got the 2 Awakenings for the Super Saiyan 3 Vegetas as well. So we can literally make a full team out of the new Heroes units that we've gotten in this celebration. So Heroes definitely looking real good at this point. So we'll put you guys together. Technically, these are both Gotenks as well. We got Gotenks and Xeno Gotenks, so they link up pretty well together. Super Saiyan 3, the Tech Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. We did the level 10 link showcase for him earlier on. His defense is pretty solid once he gets built up. Obviously, he's not the kind of unit we want to be taking a super attack in slot 1 here or anything like that, but of course. 118k, I mean, that's not too bad, I guess. And then 2.7 million attack stat. Can we get the additional super? There we go. He obviously has that chance in the early turns to get an additional super built in, so that works out quite nicely here. Double digit damage on the normal attacks is what we like to see. And then the Xeno Gotenks and the Gohanks, they both get a guaranteed additional super if they have a Heroes ally on the rotation. Because obviously in the Goku event, we can do some status effects early on, but as we get further in, we won't be able to. So that's one of the best things that they did for them with their Awakening, is give them that extra little bit that they can get the additional super with a Heroes ally. Because unfortunately in their pre-awakened state, where they were completely reliant on the enemy having a status effect, obviously as soon as you took them into an event where you couldn't do that, then obviously they just lost so much of their value. So you get a lot of links with you. Do you get any extra ones with you? No. Whereas Trunks gets actually quite a few extra links from Goku. The only problem is Trunks is by far the better defensive unit. Not only is his defense already way higher, but he obviously has the guard chance as well. So let's go ahead and do this. We can get 7 orbs there, which we really want to give to Goku. Because as long as we get 6 orbs, he has his dodge and effective against all types. So we definitely want to do that. Super Saiyan 3 Trunks, still very, very impressive defensively. His guard not activating and he still takes double digit damage. So pre-Easy A, he was still an alright defensive option, but situations like this, with his guard not activating, would potentially get you killed. Whereas here, I mean, we still took 160k damage, which is still quite a lot, of course. But we are not in a panic situation just yet, because of course every other unit on the rotation can take double digit damage from normal attacks. Like pre-Easy A, I'd be a bit worried about Super Saiyan 3 Gohan taking attacks in this event, but we are going to be looking pretty good here. So super attack from Super Saiyan 3 Goku. I'd still love his super attack animation. And we do have the built-in dodge. Do we get it? We do not, but we take 11 damage, so I think that's fine. And yeah, we'll keep these two Gotenks together for now because they are doing okay here as a rotation. Unfortunately, we need to get this Goku on rotation when an enemy still has a decent amount of health so we can get his transformation. But the Tech Gotenk's definitely going to be looking good here against the AGL Goku. 3.5 million, and then you are done. So the Xeno Gotenks and the Gohanks, we do need to super attack with them quite a few times in order for them to be fully built up, but they are still looking pretty decent here at the moment. So let's go ahead and do this. Unfortunately, with 2 int units on the rotation, I'm a little bit concerned about this one, so I'm going to go ahead and do this. I definitely would be very worried about either of these guys taking a super attack. I mean, even with an Android 8 active, there's still the possibility that we get absolutely crushed by a super here. So, if anything, we really want him to super attack Trunks. Although, Trunks' guard not activating again is a little bit unfortunate. It's my only complaint with the EZAs, like for him and the Tech Android 16, is these units that have a chance to guard. Like, they really should, when they EZA'd them, they should have just given them the guaranteed guard. Because, like, it just makes them so much more viable where, you know you can put them in a slot where they're going to be taking a load of attacks and you don't have to worry about, like, as soon as that first attack hits and you see that the guard didn't go off and then you start panicking because you don't know how the rest of the turn is going to play out. So that's not really what you want. I mean, look at these defenses, though. Both these Gotenks is 400k, 317k. Very, very nice here. So let's grab these, and then this gives us the nice big cluster of orbs for Goku for all of his effects. We didn't really need them because he's not being attacked, so he doesn't need the dodge. But getting that effective against all types is definitely nice for that little bit of extra damage. And then 3.5 million again here from the Gotenks. His defense is pretty good, so how much is this going to be? Double-digit damage. Let's go. So there you go. That's when you know a unit has reached a defensive peak of, I don't want to say excellence, but of acceptability, I guess, for the GT Goku event, when they can tank a super attack for double-digit damage. And like this Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, he's not like an infinite stacker. You don't look at his kit and go, oh yeah, he's a tank. And he's still tanking that well. So very, very impressed with the Super Saiyan 3 EZAs. But we should be GG here now. Unfortunately, this Goku still getting stuck in this unable to transform scenario, which is a little bit annoying, but it is what it is. We'll grab same type orbs here. We're building up our Dokkan gauge nicely, though, so we should be able to potentially blow through the Ozaru stage fairly quickly by getting the Dokkan attack nice and early on. Trunks' guard not activating again. That's very unfortunate. He's almost full level 10 links for me. The Gohan is now full level 10 links. Gohan is 90% and Trunks is rainbow. So no crit needed, and we take out the Super Saiyan 3 Goku. So moving on to the Ozaru. Now, I feel like the Tech Gotenks is still going to get the higher attack stat. Even though obviously the AGL Gotenks has type advantage. AGL Gotenks does definitely benefit from being next to that Gohanks as well. I mean, they share so many links. I mean, yeah, look at the difference between that and that. That's crazy. I mean, Kamehameha's going to activate on Super. That's fine. But I guess we'll do this because, I mean, there are more attacks in the middle, so I guess this does work out quite nicely. We might not even get the Dokkan attack. Actually, maybe I'll just get the Dokkan attack with Trunks next turn. That might actually be more beneficial. So yeah, are we getting it here anyway? No, good. Alright, so next turn we get the Dokkan attack with Super Saiyan 3 Trunks. I think we might actually be in business to take him out, because Trunks can hit some pretty ridiculous attack stats. And double super here from Gotenks, so his defense is going to be looking nice. And then Xeno Gotenks, his defense not quite as high, but he's got type advantage. So if he gets supered, we should definitely survive. And then that puts us in a good position next turn to get that Dokkan attack. So how much is this going to do here? Type advantage, 43k. Let's go. Very, very good. And then Gohanks, 1.68. The Gotenks and the Gohanks, definitely not quite on the level of the other three. But, I mean, they don't have easy A's, so not really surprising. But still fairly solid. And we get the triple super turn as well from Gohanks. Excuse me. Alright, so now we are going to be in business, because we're going to go ahead and grab these, get the Dokkan attack with Trunks, grab these for you, and then these for you. So we should be looking very, very good here. We're on full health. What is Trunks' attack stat here? 4.1 million. Pretty nice. So let's try and hit all of these. Oh, damn it. And get the... We got almost the full damage modifier. So this should be a pretty significant amount of damage from Trunks. And then, I mean, Gohan and Goku aren't slouches either when it comes to dishing out damage. Although it is definitely noticeable having the double 150 leads. Obviously missing out on 20% attack from both leaders. So an extra 40% attack these units would have from the leader skill if we were running double Bardock leads. But, I mean, there's been plenty of situations in this video where the Goku taking attacks, where he was taking attacks for like double digits, and Bardock would certainly not have been taking double digit damage. So after all these buffs with the Heroes event, I think it's I'm pretty confident saying that like the Bardock EZA is probably now the EZA that I'm looking forward to the most. Like there's some units like STR Rose who we could probably be expecting to see quite soon. You know, Turles, because I love the Movie Bosses team. Like there's a lot of EZAs that I'm definitely really looking forward to, but man, when Bardock gets his EZA, he's going to be so good. So, okay, let's see. There's a lot of type disadvantage going on here. When we get to the final stage, we only have one unit that has type disadvantage, but I don't want to get... I think our units on this setup are defensive enough that we don't get just instantly destroyed by a super attack. So I'm going to go ahead and not use an item here. Yeah, see, Gotenks still takes double-digit damage from Super Saiyan 4 Goku despite the type disadvantage, so that's really good. Sadly, no crit. Double super? Come on, give me that crit. 3.7 mil, pretty decent. This always happens where, like, the units that are looking real good, and then you get to the point where they got type disadvantage, and they just start not critting. And then, of course, we take a super and then get the level 3 dodge on the following normal attack. But considering the type disadvantage, that was not a bad display from the Gotenks there. I was worried that he was going to take, like, you know, over 250, closer to 300k from that super attack. So, honestly, I would say that's not too bad. And then Xeno Gotenks just out here taking double-digit damage. That's what we like to see. And then Goku, of course, we picked up enough orbs for him to have the effective against all types. So he's able to do a pretty decent amount of damage as well. So looking good here. We'll go ahead and do this. I want to grab the same type orbs where I can just to get a little bit of a heal. But I don't know if the units on this rotation are going to be as good at surviving a super, but I didn't realize we've only used one item so far, so I'm just going to go ahead and pop that Whis here. We're going to have 2 turns of pretty much guarantee that we're not going to die, because I think even our weakest defensive unit on the team, if we take a super with the Whis active, we're not going to be dying from this amount of health, so pretty decent. Trunks still not guarding. Has he guarded at all? I don't know if it's just me. Now Gohan, after supering, his defense is decent. So 120k. It's not ideal, but 120k is fine. We can deal with that. And of course, Gohanks getting the guaranteed additional super. That, like I said earlier in the video, that one change makes him and that Gotenks so much better. Because now they just need to have a hero's ally and they get the guaranteed additional super. Because they need to super, I think it's what, 4 times in order to get their passive fully built up. So the earlier you can get that, obviously the better. You do have Fierce Battle actually, so it probably makes more sense to put you there. So you can be providing that to Goku. And then we'll do this just so we can get same type orbs. We can't get the 6, but the 3 at least gives us the dodge. So we still have the Whis active. So we know from the amount of damage that he took previously, even if the Tech Gotenks takes a super attack here, with the Whis active, we know we're not going to die. And then Xeno Gotenks. I know his super attack is really basic, but I really like the doing the burning attack hand signs into the Kamehameha. I think that looks cool. If he had a proper top tier one with like the close ups and everything like that, his would look super good. So Maybe one day in the future we'll get another Xeno Gotenks for heroes. But since they went full on going straight to Super Saiyan 3 with him with this awakening, I don't know if we'll just see a normal Super Saiyan or a Super Saiyan 2 one again in the future. That's something again that could be super good for these categories to get buffs. Is Super Saiyan 3 has received so many buffs from the Heroes celebration. Now imagine if like next time around they do a bunch of what if fusions or units and give them all Super Saiyan 2. And then the Super Saiyan 2 team is going to get a massive buff. So definitely very good. So we'll go ahead and do this. Obviously this run pretty item heavy. You know, Super Saiyan 3, despite getting all these buffs, it's not a team that can now just come in and no items this. I mean, maybe if you get super lucky with the rotations and who gets super attacked and stuff, maybe. We do have a lot of int units on the team as well. So when we get to this final stage against the full power Super Saiyan 4 Goku, hopefully we will start to pick up speed a little bit. And ideally, we got the guard active for Trunks. I was going to say, ideally we need Trunks to be guarding consistently once we get to the full power Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Otherwise, we are going to be in a spot of bother. I will float off the Xeno Gotenks as well and keep Gohanks on rotation, swapping them out. So obviously, Gohanks, we have the type advantage. Although, of course, with this team, because they link so well together, it's quite easy for me to change up rotations on the fly. Like if I want to be floating off AGL Gotenks, but then that rotation has a ton of attacks in slot 3, I just won't put him in slot 3. So we are going to be looking pretty good here. So considering I do want to float him off, I should probably do this. Yeah, you still have 300k defense, so we'll do that. And then we'll grab a same type orb for each of our boys here. Just top up our HP a little bit more. And then Gohanks should get the KO here on Goku. Okay, maybe not. So he didn't quite do as much damage as I was expecting. But can we finish him off here? He's going to triple super attack. Can we get a crit maybe? No crit. So 3 supers and he was still unable to take him out. So I guess it's up to Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks to come in and take him out. So now we can move on to the final phase. Okay, so moving on to the final stage here. So now, I mean, Trunks, we need him to get his guard to be active consistently. And then obviously it is worth keeping him on main rotation. But there is the potential that this backfires on us. So we're going to see how this plays out in the first turn here at least. Obviously we can't dodge anymore. So we don't really need to worry about orbs for Goku. Because if you get 3 orbs, you can dodge, which we now can't do. And if you get 6 orbs, then you're effective against all types. But he's got type advantage now. So really doesn't matter. But yeah, you can see as long as Trunks gets his guard to activate, he's still taking double-digit damage, which considering on global at this point, outside of like one of the gods of destruction in the god event, this full power Super Saiyan 4 Goku is the hardest boss in the game. And so yeah, it just shows how good Trunks is defensively as long as you can get that guard to activate. So I am kind of interested to see how well he will tank normal attacks if his guard doesn't activate. But then at the same time, I'll be very scared that he then takes a super attack on that turn. Because we definitely do not want that. But we have a pretty int-heavy team at the moment. So we are going to be looking pretty good here. Goku getting hit with the Dragon Fist. We've got type advantage. Still 160k though. So let's see. Oh, yeah, we definitely want Gotenks in slot 1 here. Do we just keep Gotenks? I think we just keep Gotenks and Goku together now, actually. Because Goku, they share Fierce Battle and Kamehameha. So they actually do just link together better than, like, say, this Gotenks with the Gohanks. So that does actually work out quite well. So let's do this. As long as we don't get supered in slot 1, we know that Gotenks has got very good defense. So he takes double-digit damage. 3.8 million when linked up with that Goku. The benefit of having Fierce Battle and like Kamehameha active is obviously pretty big for him as well. Gives him quite a few extra percent worth of attack. And then obviously the Int Super Saiyan 3 Goku able to do his thing here now that he's got type advantage. And of course, we're keeping a heroes unit on each rotation anyway. So regardless of where the Gohanks or the Xeno Gotenks end up, if they're just floating in slot 3, there's always going to be a heroes unit on rotation for them to get that guaranteed additional super attack. So we're doing a pretty decent amount of damage to this Goku. This is what I was saying in the previous turn. Like, we're going to pick up speed here because we've just got so many int units that deal so much damage. So we'll go ahead and do this. I think this turn we probably need to throw out our last Whis just in case, because both Xeno, Gotenks and Trunks have the potential of getting super attacked here. Is Trunks going to guard? He is. Okay, good. So if Trunks gets super attacked this turn, we should be all good. Almost 5 million attack stat for him. This is without support units as well, because Super Saiyan 3 definitely lacking in supports. That's something I would love to see in the future. If we can get a new Dokkan Fest Super Saiyan 3, I don't know who it would be. We do need a new Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, like a really good one. So a Dokkan Fest Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta as a 170 across the board Super Saiyan 3 lead. And then obviously his banner can come with a side banner unit that is actually like the 40% support for Super Saiyan 3. Then this team really will be rocking, because with all the buffs that we've gotten in this celebration, we just need that really solid side banner unit with the 40% buff. Or the Bardock EZA, because obviously remember Bardock has that support style part of his passive. At the moment it is obviously only triggered when you're below a certain amount of HP, but that can still be quite useful as a support. It's just not a classic support passive, because obviously it's not going to be active like all the time. So definitely once this team gets like a 170 across the board lead and a proper support unit, they are going to be rocking and rolling, because this team's done super well in this event without any sort of classic support unit. And I think this goes to show just how much of an impact like the Heroes celebration has had on this team. Because like I said at the very beginning of this video, I don't necessarily think it was impossible, but beating this event with the Super Saiyan 3 category team would have been very difficult before this. Because, like, again, Trunks could have been good as long as his guard is activating all the time. Gohan would have been a liability. The Tech Gotenks was completely unusable. And obviously the Gohanks and Xeno Gotenks weren't Super Saiyan 3s before this. Even the Super Saiyan 3 Vegetas that got Awakenings were just not really usable in this event at all. So this celebration really has elevated this team quite significantly. So yeah, there you go. That is the Super Saiyan 3 team finally defeating the GT Legendary Goku event. I was looking forward to getting the end screen up here, but apparently the emulator is going to take forever to load again. But yeah, there you go. Super Saiyan 3 team is looking good now, thanks to the Heroes celebration. So let me know what you guys think down below. How excited are you for the future Super Saiyan 3 Bardock EZA? Because then, this team is going to be on fire. So let me know what you think down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.